All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to say
Kal halal Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy to the sincere Aquath that listen as well. So, we went through different titles, but we're going to entitle this video Wisdom and Confidence. And that's exactly what we're going to go into, is wisdom and confidence, the confidence that that comes with wisdom, or the confidence that should come with wisdom. Yeah. Because every brother, every man in this truth has dealt with, has experienced their confidence being shaken. And some brothers, stay in that state longer than others. But overall, the message is that, we don't really have time to overthink, about your sins, or to stay in that state too much. We need to, starting with the apostles and the elders on down, they have the spirit of, what's it called? Not assertiveness, but urgency.
It's funny, that's the spirit, because I already bring up that word.
Okay, look at that. That's funny. But they have the spirit of urgency in them, because, hey, Apostle Tahar dubbed this year the year of hastening Yahushua's coming. Hastening. To haste, you can look into that word as well. Yep. But yeah, you got urgency?
I have urgency, but it's saying better to go into urgent, because that. Urgent, pressing, impelling, right? To press hard.
To press on hard, okay.
Right? Compelling immediate action.
Compelling immediate action. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, brothers, we have the ultimate sword, which is the scriptures. And through the understanding, the true and complete understanding of the scriptures, that's how we learn how to use our sword. Because you have men who think they can just pick up the Bible and read it from front to back like it's a novel. You can't do that. Just like you can't just pick up any big sword, and you've never fought a day in your life or swung a sword in your life, and you think you can just pick it up and start swinging. You have to have, just like with the scriptures, you have to have understanding of the proper understanding of the scriptures to actually know how to use them, or how to apply them properly, and for the scriptures, for them to work for you. With a sword, you actually have to have skill. You have to understand, you have to have skill and have trained in wielding a sword, and how to swing it, and how to do all the different techniques. It's the same thing with the truth, right? But that comes through that's a part of the wisdom.
I have a precept for you. If we're back over what you're saying. Proverbs 1:5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
That's right. A man of understanding shall obtain unto wise counsels. Why is that? Because as a student, of this truth, right, and a servant of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, you should always be looking for more wisdom, more knowledge, right? Because you understand that there is more to be found. There was this one picture I saw, and it basically, the quote was, I know what I understand what I know, and I understand what I don't know.
Yeah.
And that spoke to me, because that's very true. Knowing, like what you read there, a wise man will obtain unto wise counsel.
Yep.
Is because that wise man understands that there's more to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
more. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
That's right.
So basically, back to what you're saying, that you can't just pick up a Bible and just expect to read it, because these are dark sayings. Right?
That's right.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? So if you don't fear the Most High, you're not going to understand the Bible. Like you can't just pick it up and read it.
Yeah.
Right?
You won't receive the instruction.
Yeah. And you have to come to a wise man to receive that information anyways.
Yeah.
Right? So you you
Yeah.
have to humble yourself to do that.
That's right. Because, receiving instruction, people who don't like to receive instruction, like you have a child and you give them instruction and they don't want to receive it. Well, they don't fear you.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to receive instruction. And the scripture said fools despise instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because a foolish person doesn't fear anybody. That's why they're fools.
Yep.
Right? And that's Israel, man. That's 2/3 of Israel. They're fools because they despise instruction. When you tell Jake you can't eat pork, they start getting upset, offended.
Yeah, they'll defend the pork.
They'll defend
why
the
I should
pork.
eat pork. Why it's okay.
That's right. That's right. Because they don't actually want it. They're not being sincere. They don't actually want to change their ways. And again, like the brother said, it's because they don't actually fear the Most High. Because these rules, the thing is, Jake forgets that just because a man is speaking to you doesn't mean it's coming from that man.
Mm-hmm.
Day in and day out, the apostles of Great Millstone and men on down, we consistently preach the fact that this is the Most High's word, man. This is the Most High's message. We're just servants. He's just using us as mouthpieces to push out his word, like ambassadors.
And the precept for you.
Con.
Isaiah 30:10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
That's right. The seers are the prophets. The seers is talking about the elect. So the elect are the true prophets of the Lord. How about Shem Shai? Go ahead.
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy deceit. So don't tell us the truth. Deceive us. Rihanna had a song say, I love it when you lie to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's saying. I love it when you lie to me. And that's exactly it. That's Jake, man. They love it when you tell them the sweet things.
Mm-hmm.
Because those sweet things allows them to stay in that bubble of wickedness. As soon as you tell them the truth, you prick that bubble, you pop that bubble of wickedness with the truth, then they get upset. They're like a fish out of water.
Yep.
Squirming, some people attack you, but the point is they don't want you to tell them the truth. And that leads into, confidence, man. Because I know from my own testimony, my own experience in this ministry, having your confidence stripped from you, okay, it's like I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Lord willing comes back either way. You want to go to what's it called? Sirach 2:1. Yehorahatazah comes back, but
Well, you feel naked, just to add to what you're saying. You feel naked when your confidence is stripped from you.
right.
Especially like you had confidence from when you were in the world, you were this person in the world, you had this and that and the fourth. You come to the truth, that means nothing.
Yeah.
It means absolutely nothing. All that stuff you build in the world, that person you built in the world is trash. It's garbage to the Most High.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't care about any of it. He's like, you're starting all over again. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
So very if you are not in the right spirit, you're gonna catch a lot of hell, and not for good reasons.
Yeah, you'd be suffering in wickedness.
Yeah.
Instead of in righteousness.
Because you're still trying to put on that old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Or trying to put new wine or old wine in a new bottle.
Exactly.
So it's Sirach.
2:1. You can start at 1.
Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's right. Prepare thy soul for temptation. Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright.
The heart's talking about your mind. Set your mind all right. All right. So, part of setting your mind all right is, having that fear. That's like the foundation of building your mind. Like the brother said, you get stripped apart. Everything you had was shit. And then you come into truth, you're on a clean slate, so to speak, when you first come in. The foundation of that house, that new house that you're building is fear. All right, go ahead.
And constantly endure.
And constantly endure. So This is what I mean by confidence, and now my thought came back. It's funny because that's the scriptures. That's what sometimes you just gotta read the scriptures. You know, you can't keep opening up your mouth. You can't keep talking too much.
He's like, okay, let me just read, and then boom. He's like, oh, there we go. How about Shemil Shai?
God, that's so funny. But it goes into the confidence thing. Because read that precept one more time.
From the beginning?
No, you can read it from the beginning.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
That's right, constantly endure. Now, that means that we're in this ministry. You're gonna every single day is a battle, man. Every day is a battle. All right. Some days are easier than others. Some are harder than others. But every day is a battle until we get beamed up in those chariots. So that's a mentality. If you don't already have that, that's something you should wrap your mind around. Because after that, it's easier to stay confident.
Yep.
Because what I've noticed, even with myself, when I was coming in, like even just throughout my experience in the truth, that at times I would forget that we're supposed to constantly endure while I'm constantly enduring, and that happens.
Yeah, you get lost in it.
Yep. And what happens is you're constantly enduring, but then when something bad happens, you get your down point and you stay there and you forget that, you're supposed to constantly endure.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you get a cut, a scratch, or a wound. Get up and keep moving. Because Job got all the war wounds. Okay?
Yeah, all
of them, all at once. And you know what the Most High told Job? You know what? Go to Job. I think it's Job 35 or Job 34 and 1. Okay, well, because Job actually represents Israel. He represents the elect, first the elect. And Job was constantly going through hell, man. Constantly. And you know what? Job lost his confidence. He was talking about suicide. He was suicidal. He wanted to die and all this stuff.
Job 35 1?
Yeah, what does it say? How does it start?
You will speak wherever, Job, I pray thee, hear my speeches.
Okay, maybe 38. Near the end.
Then the Lord answered Job.
Come on, that's it. So, yeah, you can go read that.
Okay, fine. Job 38 and 1.
So after everything Job was going through, all the hell he went through, the Most High and Job was going back and forth with his friends about his situation. When you read the story, and they're all like, Job, you gotta get up, man. You can't keep staying down. And Job's like, nah, man, you guys don't understand what I'm going through. If you guys were in my place, you'd be acting like me. And all this, though, Job kept his integrity. His integrity came from his fear of the Most High. So that goes back to, set your mind all right, send your heart all right, which just comes from that fear. But he still was acting weak.
Yep.
Too weak. And the Most High, well, we're going to read how the Most High settled that. It's a fine roast.
Job 38 and 1. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, who is this that...
The whirlwind is a chariot, by the way. Go ahead.
Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge?
Who is this that darkeneth counsel with words without knowledge? He was talking to Job.
Yeah.
So he was basically saying, Job, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, yes, you're right, but you're missing a lot of other pieces.
Yeah, and his counsel were his friends.
Yeah.
They were counseling him. It was like,
get up.
Yeah, that was his wise counsel.
That's right.
Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me.
Gird up thy loins. The loins is talking about his mind. Gird up your mind like a man. I demand of thee. You have a job to do. Sometimes that's what happens, man. You fight these spirits, and you be in your head and you forget you have a job to do. You're on the clock. You're on the job. You can't stop.
It's life or death, really.
It's in the contract.
Yeah.
When you signed the contract, there were terms that you're supposed to meet in this contract. And one of those terms is to strive unto death.
You know what it reminds me of is don't know if people have watched the Netflix show Spartacus, but the gladiators in the arena. When you're in that arena, that's it. It's me or you. It's me versus that demon. I can't lose.
That's right.
I can't lose. If I lose, I'm done. There's no. It's like a video game where I lose and I can start all over again. No, that's just not how it works here.
Yeah, you gotta keep moving forward.
You can't. Even if you catch all these wounds, you still gotta get back up.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
As is written, constantly endure.
Yep. Want to keep reading?
Yeah, keep one more verse.
Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth?
Mm-hmm.
Declare if thou hast understanding.
So, the Most High kind of goes into like, yo, where were you when I was making everything? Because woe is you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that woe was me spirit, man. So anyway, that's it on that. But Job was in that woe was me spirit. You go back to, second Ezra's. Or, Sirach. Yeah. I think 2 and 2 now?
Yeah. So set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Make not haste in the time of trouble. A very good it's very, it's you don't want to be in your emotions when you're in trouble. It happens. But the proper thing to do is give yourself time. I was talking to a man on the phone, and I was talking to Christian, you know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was talking about it. He was another brother that's in the truth. He just first came in the truth. He just first started accepting it like maybe 2 weeks ago. And he was talking about how, maybe a month ago, and he was talking about how when he's in his emotions or whatever, he's being attacked, he said, okay, I give myself those 5 seconds to feel it, understand it, scan it to see if I need to extrapolate anything from it, and then move forward.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of what the brother was just reading. Make not haste in the time of trouble. When you're not in your emotions, you're not impatient.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the only time you're going to haste when you're in trouble is if you're in your emotions. So in this truth, man, this ministry also teaches you about emotional content. Learning where to compartmentalizing your emotions. Knowing where to put them, knowing how to use them.
Yeah.
Right?
Cleave unto him and depart not away,
mm-hmm.
that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's right. Study. Right? Do videos. Do as much as you can every single day. Obviously in balance. According to your portion. Do as much as you can. Because these are the every work we do is a coin in our savings account. Currency. Spiritual currency. And that's how the Most High will save us. It's through our deeds. Go ahead.
Which is why you have to be urgent. You have to have that urgency.
Especially you're just coming into the truth now.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all this.
Yeah.
I had urgency 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
7-8 years ago. I thought the world was ending that year that I came into the truth.
Yeah.
But none of this was happening.
No.
So.
Yeah, so like if you're not urgent right now, you're coming to the truth. It's like you need to get that old man off of you, because you're still that old man of the world. You're still thinking about that. You need to be in the spiritual realm and understand, like, you're in the matrix is real. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 4: Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Yeah, caught. I could talk for my own testimony. When I first came to truth, my car was taken away from me. Just like the brother he's seen it. He came and asked me, "Where's your car?" I was like, "I don't know. I came out, my car was gone." Just like that.
Day.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was like the first week you came in.
Yeah, I was like,
both sides started.
I was like, wow, okay. And since then, it's just been one thing after another. When I tell people, especially because I'm a trainer, I tell them, it's like, they always ask me, like, why are you always calm when things happen and things like this happen? Like anything would happen to me. I was like, I just learned how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Calm.
That's it. I got comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's right.
Because I understand that when you're uncomfortable, something good's going to come out of it. It will. Eventually, you just got to wait.
That's right.
You just got to wait.
You got to suffer.
Yeah, you got to suffer.
That's right.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you have to understand, man, like when you're in this truth, all right, and you're dealing with demons and you're going through hell, that also means that you're acceptable to the Most High.
Yeah, con.
You know, you have to like really think about that. Let that sink into your head. Like the Most High, the creator of everything, heaven and earth and all spirits, with his first son, begotten son, Yahweh Shai, deem you to be acceptable, worthy enough to go through hell, be in this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, that sparks my spirit.
Yeah, it's motivation.
It's motivation.
It's
Like,
hey,
damn.
keep going.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm going through this because I can get through it.
Exactly.
You know? And that's only that happens when you recall the scriptures.
Yeah. That's very true.
You know, you recall the scriptures and you're like, yeah, that's right. Because your spirit is feeding you. But if you're not studying, if you're not doing the as much as you can to devour, to learn this knowledge, it's going to be hard to recall these scriptures, this wisdom in a time of trouble.
Yep.
Because wisdom and knowledge, Jeremiah 33:7, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times.
Yeah.
What times is it talking about that we need to be stable?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're talking about Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, people are already bugging out right now.
Con, and we're not even there yet.
Yeah, it's just like shit. Fuck, man.
Just wait till we get there.
Believe in him, and he will help thee.
Con,
Yeah. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
that's right.
Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy,
That's right.
and go not aside, lest ye fall.
Con,
Ye that fear the Lord,
go not aside unless you fall. Well, basically it's saying stay on track. Stick with the scriptures, man. Don't go off. You might have your own opinions, right? And you might have your own thoughts about whatever it is you should do. But at the end of the day, you want to stick with the scriptures, man. Even when you have your own opinion should be based upon the scriptures, based upon what you've learned that you know is right within the scriptures, right?
or even if you're watching, 'cause a lot of people, even myself, listen to podcasts. Now, I listen to podcasts on fitness, you know, because like stuff like that, because that's what I'm into. But some people listen to podcasts on like your life, you know, how you're being a man and all this other stuff. If you can't back it up with the scriptures, then you know you shouldn't really be.
You can't trust it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's of the world.
Come on. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's the point. It's of the world.
so you can't trust it, no matter how good that guy or a person looks. You know how much money they have, how successful they are, how wise they sound. It doesn't matter if it's not based off the scriptures,
That's right. That's
right?
right.
Because it's from seeing.
That's right. That's right.
Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Come on.
Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Come on. But if you're not reading, you're not studying,
Why would you
what
know
generations are going to look to?
that? Yeah, con.
You know? We just called upon Job in our video because we understand everything that Job went through. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he went through it.
Yeah.
He went through it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but look what he got after.
Double what he had before. And Job, I was reading like an article and they were talking about a while back. They're comparing Job's riches to what it would be today, and he'd be like a billionaire with all the land and the cattle he had. He would be a billionaire,
Jeez.
according to Esau. That's what
Esau's
he said.
riches, yeah.
Yeah.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
You know what it means when it says, "Did anybody abide in his fear and were forsaken?" It's talking about humility. You know, humility, abiding in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai makes you humble, keeps you humble. Because you know, at the end of the day, that, you know, the Most High can get rid of you like that. If he wanted to, he can get rid of you just like that. You know, and obviously, if you're sincere and you're doing this work, he's going to keep you. But again, it all goes down to the Most High's will. So you're constantly in a state when you're sincerely in truth and honest, in truth and in sincerity and truth, when you're in the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you're always going to be not skeptic, but you're constantly going to be on the lookout, aware, thinking about yourself, thinking about what you're doing.
Circumspect.
That's beautiful, Tawada. Circumspect. You're constantly going to be circumspect, right? So that's abiding in the fear of in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and you wait for mercy.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, man, when you're going through hell, there's things you did in your past life that you have no idea what you did. You might have did some fucked up shit.
Yep.
Excuse my French, but you might have did some really messed up shit, and that's why you're going through what you're going through now. So there's so many reasons, but either way, stay humble.
Exactly.
Right?
For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins,
That's right.
and saveth in the time of affliction.
That's right. Save in the time of affliction. So when you're going through, when you're going through hell, the Most High can save you out of that. Go ahead.
Woe be to fearful hearts, and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
That's right. Woe to be the faithful heart and the sinner. Woe means death and destruction. So you're constantly in, people, the men that came in this truth and lost faith because of fearful heart, fearful mind, and were kept sinning. Well, now they're out of the truth, but they have a missile waiting for their ass.
That still blows my mind that you're in the truth and
Yeah,
you had all this knowledge and then you just fell out.
that's right.
It's like, because I always refer the truth to like the army. It's like you're army. You enlisted in the army. You said you want to do this. You told the generals, everyone, I'm going to be the best soldier, everything. You went into the army, and then he's like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore, guys. I'm out. He's like, what? You've been in the army for 13, 15, 20 years, and you're telling me you're out now? What do you mean? This is blood in and blood out.
Yeah, well, hey.
The blood of Yahushua.
Yeah, they're still, well, the thing is, they're still going to get. There's still blood in blood, because the thing is, when you follow this truth, and it's really the Most High. It's the Most High that's kicking you out.
Yeah.
Because, this is the most, like, this is the Most High's movie.
Exactly.
We're building a spiritual temple.
I'm just happy I'm a character in the movie.
Khan,
On the right side.
Khan.
How Rataza.
That's right. The Most High is the one that just kicks you out. So, and that goes back to the fear. When you see that happen, you're like, yo, because I've seen it happen. Men that were like 20 plus years in the truth, 10 plus years in the truth, and they fell out. And it's like, whoa. It makes you look back at yourself like, man, anybody can get it here. Anybody can get it. You got a precept you want to bring up?
Yeah.
So again, it's about that. It's about the humility, right?
So basically what we're just saying, so Matthew 13 and 18, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receiveth seed by the wayside. But he that receiveth the seed in stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
That's right. So you have some people who you just can't give this truth to. And there's some people you give it to them, they get it. They do their years and their time, and then through the accumulation of hell that they go through and the demons they fight, they fall out. Because what does it say? It was a stony place. Read from that part again.
But he that receiveth the seed in stony places,
so receive the word, a stony place. Go ahead.
The same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises,
so he wasn't fully rooted in the truth, so he got plucked out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because
of the word, by and by he is offended. Right? It's funny examples, like you're not rooted properly, right? You haven't been studying as much. You're still in the truth for a while. And then as like a seed, if you know how seeds are, if you plant it in a stony place, maybe there's some soil, it'll root itself whatsoever, but not properly. So if the wind comes, water comes,
That's right.
goes away. It's gone, right? So, for example, if this is a man, some of his friends could be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about? Hebrew Israelites? You're still doing that? Like, what are you talking about, bro?" Then you start getting their emotions, right? It's like, this feels weird. My family's against me now. They're against me. You guys are right. It's like, come on, man, come back into business, man. We can make a lot of money. You're so good at it. That's it. He's gone, just like that,
That's right.
right? He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and it's funny, I just said that. It becometh unfruitful.
That's right.
But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, and understandeth it, which also bear fruit, and bringeth forth some an 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
That's the elect, man.
Said on that.
Come on. Now, what verse were you on
I was on
in there?
13.
Okay, go to 15, and then I want you to jump to the 4th chapter.
Woe unto him that is
No, you could be
faint-hearted.
from 13 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
That's right. Yeah, the Most High is not going to defend you if you don't believe in him.
Yeah,
That's
why would he?
just- Exactly. It's just that simple.
Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
That's right. Right, you've lost patience, and that shows you there's a way to suffer. Because if patience means suffering, and you've lost that, that means there's a way to suffer. There's a right way and a wrong way.
Yep.
You know, and that's what happened. That man lost the ability to suffer in righteousness.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, because now you're just suffering in wickedness.
Yep.
Okay, you won't go back to having a nice life once you come into this truth.
Yep.
There's no way. You get worse. The scriptures talk about how the latter end of that man is like 10 times worse than it was before he came into truth. So he just should have never came into the truth. Right? Go ahead.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. Oh, yeah, slack it. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's it. That's 15.
Come on, now go to chapter 4. And now we're going to get into wisdom. We kind of went into humility and talked about confidence, but you know, it's the spirit. But now we're going to go into wisdom, and it's going to explain itself. But let's go at start at 11, verse 11.
Wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her.
That's right. Go ahead.
He that loveth her loveth life,
That's right. Go ahead.
and they that seek to slack it. And they that seek to hear, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy.
Come on.
He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless.
That's right. Go ahead.
They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doth love.
Right. And we are ministers, man. We minister to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And you want to look up that word minister real quick, the etymology? Because we could also be called ambassadors as well.
Minister, 13th century, man consecrated to the service in the Christian church,
Okay, so go ahead.
an ecclesiastic, also an agent acting for a superior one.
An agent, because you know what? The Most High has sent us, Yahweh Shai sent us as sheep among wolves. So in a way, we're agents. We're agents for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai,
Yep.
right? Infiltrating, Esau's kingdom.
Yep, and bringing it down.
Con.
Bringing down the stronghold.
That's right, from the inside out. That's funny.
One who acts upon the authority of another.
And we're acting upon the authority of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai,
Yeah.
man.
Servant, valet, member of a household staff.
That's right. Household staff, a royal family.
Yep.
Because the elect, we're members of a royal family, man. You got to think about that. We're talking about confidence. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo, we're like,
Yep.
Israel is a part of Israel, forget the 2/3. The elect, they're a part of a high royal family, man. Kingship. They come
Yeah.
from kings, nobles, rulers,
Bloodline.
prophets, bloodline. Like it's a prestige bloodline. The top of the top, man. That was it on that, eh? Is there more?
Yeah, it's pretty much that's the points that were being made.
Okay, go back to that. It's getting a little long.
Whoso
All through the
giveth
spirit.
Yeah. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely.
That's right. And the elect are actually judges, man. We're gonna be judges, and we're gonna judge the nations, the lower realm of the elect. We're gonna judge the world. Okay? And we're gonna judge them according to the scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Hashem Shai. So that should feed into confidence as well. Because what you're involved in isn't just something, it's not a light thing, you know, it's not a fad. What you're involved in, the benefit, the rewards that you get for completing this work are unfathomable.
Yep.
You know, and that alone, like knowing that you're gonna get spiritual powers, you're gonna get multiple women.
Yep.
And these multiple women are gonna be in their right minds. Okay, so multiple women in their right minds. These scriptures, the knowledge and wisdom that you worked hard to obtain is going to be nature for you in the kingdom. So knowing that this is what you're working for, like I think about that. The guy who's going to work, spending 8 to 14 hours a day at work, you know, building his multi-million business enterprise, all for what? Just to be taken away from him.
Yeah.
But what I'm working for, only the Most High, no man can take that away from me.
Yeah. It's a secure bank account.
It's a secure bank account.
Yeah. No one can rob it. No one can touch it.
So of course that should feed into your confidence, man. Yeah, you're in a whole different fight than these rest of these people out here, man.
They're not as peons.
Yeah, they're peons. Exactly. They're not fighting. They're laying down.
Yeah.
So Esau, they're laying down and being welcome mats for all these demons. You're out here fighting a whole different battle, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generations shall hold her in possession.
That's right.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
Okay, so when you first come into the truth, go ahead.
And bring fear and dread upon him.
That's right.
And torment him with her discipline.
Torment him with her discipline, because that old man couldn't stand the discipline. What? I can't eat pork. What? I gotta.
Can't get a lineup.
Can't get a lineup. I gotta keep the Sabbath.
Yep.
Now like I gotta start making sure I study every day.
Yep.
Not to go on the highways and byways every week.
Yep.
Like there's so many. I can't look at another man's woman.
Yeah.
Can't smoke weed no more.
Yep.
You know, you can't do these things. You're just it's all about discipline.
Hence the word disciples.
I was just a spirit. I was just thinking that. I was gonna actually get you to look it up, but yeah, you already got it. It goes back to the word disciples, man. Because that's what you sign up to be, a disciple of Yahweh Hashem Shai. So of course, discipline should be at the top of the list.
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that anyways. It's the power and his son, like his first son and the power that's created everything.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
everything that you think you have that matters really doesn't. Like all this stuff that you care about, he can just give it to you, like snap of a finger, just like that.
Yeah. And take it back even quicker.
Yeah.
Right. But again, this is to exhort you, brothers, and to build your confidence, man, because we're fighting a different fight from all these people. So it doesn't matter what your family tells you, or what your woman tells you, or what your kids try to tell you, or anybody that's not in this truth. They try to tell you like, yeah, they don't believe what you're saying, or they say like, you know, you're always down and out. You're so gloomy, like your life's not even that bad. They have no idea what you're going through. They have no idea what you're fighting. It's a spiritual battle. They can't see shit. So trust me, whatever they're saying, throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. It's from the world and not from the Lord.
You just can't do what Job did. Even though Job didn't, you just can't be weak.
Yeah.
You just can't be weak. Now it's gonna happen. You're still in the flesh.
Yeah.
You're still in the flesh. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you gotta bounce out of that quick.
Exactly. That's the point.
You gotta bounce out of it. Because if you stay in that state and then demons are like, oh, weak? Oh yeah, okay, this is a party. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a party. Yeah, yeah.
And he'll keep you there.
Yeah, exactly.
If the Most High doesn't have mercy, he won't take you, keep you like that. He's like, oh, that's it. I'm on to the next guy.
That's right. Pray. There's different ways to fight. Pray,
Yep.
fast. You know, talk to the brotherhood. Get the elders to pray for you. Get brothers to pray for you.
Yep.
You know.
If you notice when you fast, that's when the demons come the most.
Yeah.
And when you're fasting.
Means you're on to something.
Exactly.
That's what it means. Trust me. It means you're on to something.
Okay. 17, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul.
Go ahead.
And try him by her laws.
Okay.
Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets.
That's right. So you learn, man. You get to a point in the first couple years. Like I was thinking the other day about this, like after, and I'm big on numbers, you know, I'm huge on numbers and understanding of them. So like I was thinking about three years in this truth, and I was like, you know, in my opinion, like, you know, my humble opinion, you know, men that are in the truth after like 3 years and below, you're still considered a novice.
Yeah.
You know, 3 means understanding. And what you just read is that she will turn to him by the straight ways, right? And comfort him. Is that what she said?
Yeah, then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him. Yep.
Comfort him. So that's when you get a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah.
So the things that you used to deal with when you first came in truth are not that hard to deal with anymore.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead. So that's the process, man. It's a climb.
And show him her secrets.
That's right. You get deeper knowledge. You get more wisdom. Oh shit! You just sent me a recording the other day.
Yeah.
Of your revelation. I just got a revelation this week as well. Last week as well. I thought, oh wow, okay. Now this week is a new upgrade.
Yeah. It's like I see it as you can see it so many ways because it is everything. That's the whole joke. You can always see it as something else. It's like a video game, you know, levels.
Yeah,
you got that level. You play that video game, Super Mario. Whoever played Super Mario, Super Nintendo, you're playing that game. You're trying to beat that level. You try to figure out, okay, there's something I'm missing in this level. I'm not doing anything right, obviously. That's why I can't beat it. Okay, let me take my time. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe there's one jump that you have to do to make it to the pole. Whatever. You make that jump. You beat the level. Okay, perfect. Now next time when you play that level again, it's easy. It's like, I already know what I'm doing. But you go to the next level, it's harder now.
Yeah.
There's harder enemies.
Yeah.
You know, the lever might be longer. There's like trap doors and other things.
Yeah.
Right? And then you do it over and over and over again. Right? And then you get better and then you beat it.
That's right.
Right? So it's just a process.
That's right.
Right?
New levels, new devils.
Yeah, con. Okay. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him. Oh, I already read that. Slakia. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. Shit. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul.
That's right. And be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul, because you might be caught up in a situation that's an evil situation. You know, and you need, and that's the shame. Now, shame can only come from two places: a lack of confidence or sincerity, or humility. Sorry, because when you're put to shame, you know, you can be put to shame on the right hand side. You can be put to shame on the left hand side. You could be rebuked for righteous things.
Yeah.
You can be rebuked and put to shame in wickedness, for wicked things. All right, go ahead.
For there is shame that bringeth sin.
The shame that brings, exactly.
Yeah.
You get embarrassed, and then all of a sudden you do some fucked up shit because you're in your emotions.
Yep. And there is shame which is glory and grace.
I just said that, Khan. I should have just let the scripture speak. There I go again with my big mouth. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you're in the spirit, so you were speaking through the scriptures.
Khan.
Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fail or fall. Slakia.
Yeah. So that's now, and that happens, man. You know, you get in this truth. You know, you spend a couple years, and men get in this truth, spend a couple years. They think they're on some kind of level. They've learned a lot, and they're getting reverence from other men.
Yeah, the comforter.
Comfy the comforter. Yeah, exactly. They're getting reverence from other men, and that makes them fall off because then they get too high-minded.
Yep.
They become more laxy-daisy. Because really, man, I don't really, like, for me, when it comes to being complimented, it's nice and I appreciate it, I take it, but I know what it feels like when you're not getting that. And trust me, you have so much more of a drive.
Yeah, that's very true.
You're way more in it. You're more like, yo, you're in it, you're a tunnel, you're focusing. Bang, bang,
tunnel
bang. That's why it says a gift destroys the heart. That's what the scriptures say, that because it's pleasing, man. Men, like, especially Jake, I just telling you, all Jake knows how to do is stunt.
Yep.
So they like to shine, they like to look good, they like when the multitude of people are admiring them.
Yep.
Right?
It's in their spirit.
It's in their spirit. They love it. Like, I look good, I feel good, I know everything. I'm wisdom. Da 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 da.
Yep.
But hey, that's a dangerous place to be in.
Yep.
Accept it, appreciate it, move forward, man. The wiser thou art, or the greater thou art, the humbler thou be. Right?
And refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty.
That's right, man. Okay, don't be, exactly. It goes into confidence, man. Listen, speak your mind if you're telling the truth. Yes, there's a time and place, but you're only gonna learn that by fucking up.
Yeah. If you are scared to fuck up.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're right.
Because of what happens. Now
right.
everyone's looking at you. Now you look weird. Now you're in emotions. Now you feel bad because, oh, I fucked up. Now I look stupid. Just emotions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. If you're being honest, man, at least you fell forward. You didn't fall on your back. You know?
For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning. Oh, wow.
Right? By speech your wisdom shall be known, right?
And learning.
Hence why you should always be honest.
And learning by the word of the tongue. In no wise speak against the truth, but be abashed of the error of thine ignorance.
Yeah.
Be not ashamed to confess thy sins.
Read that again. Sorry.
In no wise speak against.
What verse are you at?
25.
Okay, Colin, go ahead.
In no wise speak against the truth, but be abashed of the error of thine ignorance.
That's right. Let's look up the word abashed. The context that it's talking about is basically be aware, but let's get precise learning.
Abash, perplex, or embarrassed by suddenly exciting the conscience.
Ooh.
Discomfit, make ashamed.
All right. That's right.
Lose one's composure, be upset. That's pretty much it.
Come on. So in no wise speak against the truth, but be ashamed of the error in thy ignorance. That's right. Because if you're being sincere, you can be sincerely ignorant.
Yeah.
And so if that's why, again, I reiterate this again, you have to be 100% honest, fully honest. So when you're doing that, it's in your ignorance because you didn't know.
Exactly.
But if you're being dishonest and you're ignorant,
double negative.
Exactly, it's a double negative. You're not going to be ashamed of that. That's what a fool isn't ashamed of being a fool.
No.
You know?
They don't even know that they're a fool.
And that's the point. That's the very point, yeah.
Be not ashamed to confess thy sins, and force not the course of the river.
That's right. Force not the course of a river. That's right. You don't go calling brothers and just venting all the time. When you know, like, other brothers have their lives too and have their own hell they're going through. Nobody wants to hear all that stuff, you know. Exactly. But at the same time, when the occasion is there, don't withhold yourself from talking about, you know, your sins and stuff.
Exactly.
You know, other brothers can be going through the same thing, and that's the brotherhood to uplift you and build your confidence. Right?
Make not thyself an underlying. Make not thyself an underlying to a foolish man. Underling. Wow.
That's right.
Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man. Neither accept the person of the mighty.
That's right. You know, talking about Esau, we don't accept the person of the mighty. Some of you Jakes, there's 2/3 Jakes that are in the world. We don't accept the person of the mighty. Nate, he has all this money. He's a so-called person of the mighty, but you don't accept them because they're not in the truth. They don't have the truth, and they're going against the Yahweh Shem El Shai. And we're for damn sure we'll make ourselves underlings of these people.
No.
You know, but that's that confidence again.
Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
That's right.
Like, you wouldn't want the Lord to fight for you? Like, who else is going to fight for you and have your back?
Con.
And you can't, because there's things you can't see. You can't, like...
You only have 2 eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
3, if you should have 3 working eyes.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Strive for the truth unto death. Okay, read that. Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss.
Yep. 100%, man. Integrity. Job kept his integrity, man. That's why through all the hell he went through, although he got weak, you know, and the Most High rebuilt his faith again and rebuilt his strength, he didn't lose his integrity.
Yeah, which is more important.
Exactly. At the end of the day.
Yep. Be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants.
That's right.
Let not thy hand be
always, you know, when it says always in rage, always angry, always intense. You're always intense like a lion. I gotta go get her. All right, man. Yeah, we get it. Place and a time, or just do it to yourself in your own head. No one has to no one always wants to deal with that. That happens, you know. You're so fixated on that
because you're angry.
Yeah,
we're in this fucking wicked. Speaking of my friends, but we're in this wicked kingdom. Everything's wicked here.
Yeah,
and we know it, and no one else. Like Job, like you don't know what I'm going through because he knows his stuff, and it's just like, you know. So you get in your emotions sometimes. It happens, but you know,
can't stay there.
Yeah, you can't stay there. Let not thine hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
Yeah, a niggard.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was it on that. It's a pretty long video. Anyhow, through the spirit, and hope it was edifying. So, with that, we're going to close. I'm going to say,
Kahala Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing His word in truth and sincerity across the 4 corners of the earth. And peace and mercy to the sincere Akwaf that listen as well. Abba Babal,
Kwame
Kwame Asharala,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.